What is something that is becoming increasingly harmful to the younger generations? Social media in general. In America, the dissension, "Everyone else isn't your enemy or trying to harm you." The amount of screen time kids have when their eyes and brains are just developing. The commodification of their attention by apps and advertisers. Plastic. Amazon 2-day shipping leads to a generation of "need it now" involvement in politics. Internet. Society is basically turning into one big exercise of fundamental attribution error. https en.m.wikipedia.org/wiki/fundamental_attribution_error. When I do bad stuff, I have good reason. When you do bad stuff, it's because you're evil and cruel. Also leads to political apathy. Why bother? All politicians are evil, but if I was a politician I would do my best with the broken system to fix it. But I'm not. So why even bother voting to begin with? If they're all bad? Quote. And rising violence, that guy cut me off not because he's rushing to his wife in the but because he's an arrogant piece of shit and I am going to brake check him for it and maybe even fight the son of a bitch. Quote. And a regression in our ability to find bipartisan solutions to complex problems. I don't care that your idea is technically better because you're evil and therefore you always act with evil intent. So if I can't see how your plan is evil, it's not because it's untrue but because you're hiding your real intent somehow. Quote. And just worse day-to-day interactions and a society where being shitty to others is the norm. Because everyone but you is an NPC programmed specifically to be obnoxious and rude with no motive. And no extenuating circumstances. I mean, probably global warming. Not harmful directly I suppose, but it'll still be a problem. Their own minds. Global warming. How loud they blast their music. Apps like TikTok. Porn. Older generations. The decline of religion and traditional community-building institutions. Reddit. The truth. Electronics. Parents will just throw an iPad at a child to shut them up and it causes them to become addicted. I'm not saying don't let kids experience it but put timers on it until about 13. Instant gratification. Used to have to put in work to have friends. Now you turn on a comedy podcast and develop parasocial relationships with influencers. Used to have to put in work to have sex. Now you just watch porn. Being way too open about yourself on the internet is a minor. It's kinda like being hit when you didn't look both ways on a crosswalk during a go sign. You're not exactly at fault for the bad stuff that may happen to you. But it doesn't mean that this bad stuff can't happen. Boomers' decisions. TikTok. Very recently there was a high-profile case of a young lad who allegedly died trying a TikTok choking game. Far-left political beliefs. The older generations. You've had your turn already. If you're not going to die, at least sit back and shut up. Transgender surgeries. Why would you cut off perfect breasts and penises because you are blinded by the false hope you think will get rid of your problems? The LGBTQIA